Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's Jets of Time Randomizer race. As we are testing out something new tonight, we have our very first spoiler log race. Thanks to the developers who have created a super spoiler log that is capable of showing us everything in the game. Who learns what techs, where the items are, what items are in each shop, what items are in each chest, what items are going to be dropped by bosses, by other enemies. You can plan out your entire route, and the runners are just now getting ready to start their 5-minute count, or 5 minutes of reading here in just a few minutes. So there's going to be about a 5-minute pause while they're getting to look at spoiler logs. It's a good time to ask questions. And tonight, I'm joined by Pyro, who is going to be helping us commentate along with this, while Mian is taking care of our tracking as the runners are going to go crazy fast. How are you doing tonight, Pyro?
Good, thanks for the intro. Yeah, long-time watcher, first-time commentator. Love Jets, love Chrono. And I've seen spoiler log races on Link to the Past randomized before, so I'm excited to see how Jets handles it. It should be fun.
Yeah, now having access to a spoiler log is something that's new. I'll be very curious to see what it looks like. I see the timer is counted down, so we are 5 minutes away from the race actually getting started. We're going to leave this screen up right now as the streamers are busy just looking through logs, so there's nothing to see. And I see someone saying that my audio is only coming out of a right channel. That's good to know. I don't know how to fix it on the fly, so hopefully that won't be too terrible for people who are listening.
Is that all audio or just boom audio? Or us talking?
I bet it's just my microphone because I got a new sound card and this is the first time restreaming with it.
Gotcha.
But, so... We've
dive
gotten
into the spoilers now with what we know?
Well, we've gotten to look through spoilers. I don't know that we should discuss exactly what's in the spoiler log because that takes away from some of the excitement for the watchers. But what are some things that you would look for in a spoiler log to improve your time, Pyro?
Cool. So, first off, see who my starting characters are and think, all right, if it's someone worth keeping, like Luca, or, she doesn't really need a weapon because she got the magic, but if it's Robo, I'm going to keep an eye out for that crisis arm while I'm looking through the spoiler log. As well as to sort of figure out, if I got Frog in my party, look for the sword just in case, or other than that, just look for the quickest go mode I can buy. And then after I have that planned out, map out what I'm going to hit along the way. How would you handle it?
Yeah, that's probably where I start too, is like find my route. What's my quickest go mode? What do I need to get there? If I have a Robo or a Chrono, that's probably going to be in my party. Like you said, look for that Crisis Arm, look for a Rainbow, look for any other absolute god tier items like Prism Specs and Gold Studs that are either in my route or maybe like the first or second chest inside of a dungeon or a sealed chest somewhere. And then the third thing I'm looking for, I want to clean up my early game. I want to say, normally when we do a flat randomizer, we're typically like going into the desert, grabbing some items, then going to 5 or 6 various shops to get our early game purchases out of the way. And it takes about 6 minutes. But if you go through the spoiler log and you're like, oh, every item I need, your mid-tonics, ethers, revive, shelters, and whatnot, are all in 1 or 2 stores, I think you could cut that early game down to like 2.5 minutes before you actually start the run. And that's 4 minutes that you have a head start on someone who doesn't do it.
Yeah, or someone doesn't think that way and, make that routing choice. Because I'm guessing for some of you, it's just habit to just dive desert at the beginning if you think you can and just grab a couple chests and head out.
Now you don't have to. Now you can say, oh, there's nothing good in the desert, or, oh, it's only this one chest in the desert. I can leave all the other ones done. And as Mia points out, we're about half done with spoiler time. We're going to be coming up real soon on getting out of our spoilers. and getting into the race. So we're going to go ahead and flop over to our race tracker, and that looks like someone's cropping looks weird. One moment.
Yeah, Batsy looks a little off.
Let's fix that. All right, hopefully that's got it closer, and we'll fix it mid-run if we need to. Take a look at...
Look a little more centered.
Yeah, take a look at the timer. Looks like we are at about the 4-minute mark, so we got about a minute left before the race starts. People out in chat, what are some things you would go looking for in the spoiler logs? Anything that we've missed?
Now, bosses aren't randomized today, but with this spoiler log going forward, you'd be able to, if it's a spoiler log race, you'd see which bosses are where too. So you get a little prep time there. Maybe spot out, look for red vest, black mail, that kind of thing.
All right, and we are seeing our runners hit the goal, and still got to do a little bit of crop fixing. We are starting with Chrono and Robo today.
Powerful combo. You get the right weapon.
All right, and we're going to pause for a moment. Looks like Moonblizzard stream is lagging behind by 5 or 6 seconds, so we're going to let him catch up. And then his timer stopped. Oh no! So we're just gonna have to kind of judge it.
Let's move it again.
There we go. That should have everyone pretty close to synced up. Rythrix pointing out, which characters do you really, really want? Who's at the cathedral? Who's behind the cathedral? Who clears the cathedral? Yeah, could be a big time save if you know that whoever's behind the cathedral's no good. So we're going to see if anyone makes any differences here. Your normal routing would have you go either to markets or the desert. And, well, we have people going to the market and the desert.
There you go. Stocking up with the mid-tonics and revive. What was that he grabbed in the desert? A barrier?
I saw a barrier. It's one of those things, once you're in the desert, I mean, you might as well grab all the chests, because it's not like they do anything bad for you. Do see LordBatsy triggering Xenon Bridge. Talking to the guard there. A silver earring early. Okay, that might have been worth going into the desert for.
How's that HP buff help? Unless, that could be lining Crisis Arm too then.
Yeah, and we saw Akuheish go pick up a Dreamstone at the snail stop, so that's one of the pieces for one of the 3 go modes. A Kali Blade for Chrono, so a Doomfinger and Kali Blade both in the desert, so some early weapons for Robo and Chrono by dipping into the desert.
You're not going to need to do much grinding if you get the right gear like that. So huge time save right there.
Yeah, we have picked up some gear, and Akuheish looks like he's getting ready to go into Dinadoro.
Ooh.
Okay, so early in the game, your goal is to get 1 or 2 techs, and one of the routes to do so is to take this first fight in Dinadoro. Unfortunately, these little bellbirds, if you hit them and don't kill them, will confuse one of your party members. There is a bit of secret tech that in the first fight of the game, your 2nd and 4th attacks should always crit, But Chrono missed!
Oh, critical miss. This is like
And
a Gen 1
the
miss
fourth
right
attack is a crit on Chrono, on Robo!
That's not what you want to see in any race.
No. Alright, so Robo gets one of the attacks, and one of the birds is gone. If you kill both birds, you're probably fine.
Yeah, unless you somehow picked up an amulet in one of the first couple of checks you did. Then it doesn't matter so much.
Yes, people say that Akuheish ran away from the desert fight. I didn't see Akuheish dive into the desert. So that was just Moon who dove into the desert. I thought. I could be blind.
And when there's 2, it's pretty easy to follow. 3, it starts to get a little like, I'm watching this one and what's happening over there. So
yeah.
if anyone can correct us, that'd be great.
Chat's going to keep us honest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'd love chat for that.
All right, so the good news is Akuheish still made it through the fight, so no issues there.
And we saw Carpenter check?
What was that?
I thought I saw a Carpenter check on Moon's side.
Yeah, well, he was going for the Carpenter, and then he left. So that must mean the Carpenter doesn't have anything good for us today. And LordBatsy also skipping the Carpenter check. So yeah, Carpenter must not have anything good for us.
I can understand someone going out there and pick up Robo's ribbon somewhere. A Carpenter check's great if it's that, because it's a quick power-up. But, so they skipped it. You want to spoil it? What was it?
Yeah, since no one's gone, I have seen the spoiler log. The Carpenter check was jerky.
Huh. I mean, that leads to what? 2 good items? Or just 1 really good item?
Jerky, yeah, jerky gives you 1 item, but
but like a high tier item. It's right. It has to guarantee to be high tier.
Right, it's guaranteed to be high tier, and the log I'm sure tells you what it is. I didn't go look at that in the log.
Yeah, Curry throwing you see jerky, you're just like, oh, forget about it. Don't eat it.
So it could be that like jerky was something like a Valkyrie or something. That's something that probably ought to be in the spoiler log lookup. If you see that the jerky's easy to get, is it worth getting the jerky based on the item that it is? And that's something I didn't look at. And Mian, who's the one who helped generate the scene, says jerky item isn't amazing. So we see that Marl is our 3rd character in the cathedral. The question is,
that means we were 1 pennant away from future.
Yeah, we're seeing, are we going to go through the cathedral to get a 4th character?
And I see Aku is diving cathedral a little bit here.
Yeah,
might mean going for the Aku
could just be items, or it could be for the 4th character. We'll see in a moment. Because these first chests are typically grabbed no matter what, just for some extra gear. And with only 5 minutes to look at the log, chances of people knowing what's in every single chest are slim, and these chests probably weren't worth looking in and taking your time to look at and memorize.
Yeah, if you made the decision to go to cathedral, you're going to pick up your usual chest and keep moving.
Yeah.
Now, if you see someone go right to the cathedral, that means someone looked at it, because you don't go there unless you're going for something.
Right.
Or trying to attain it.
Mian points out the new spoiler logs are super detailed. This one, 1,887 lines of information goodness.
Control F is your friend in this kind of race.
Absolutely. All right, so it does look like Akuheish is completing the cathedral. A lot of people would have gone in just to get the Nageta Bromide. It gives you a +1 speed tab, power tab, and magic tab. But completing a cathedral, all it's good for is another character.
There's got to be a good character if they're going to keep going. Or maybe there's something good on Yakra.
Could be.
I don't know what could be worth it. Unless it was Crisis Arm.
Rythik says, bets on Luca being the fourth character. That would be something that would make you complete Cathedral.
Definitely. Need my Flare Girl.
Or it could be that we've got Robo and Marl. Could be Frog early with early access to both parts of the Masamune and everyone's favorite Magus Castle.
Don't curse them with that. I guess we'll just have to see where this is leading. Liking it so far. They're all diving Cathedral right now. You love to see it. A little bit of stink up.
Yeah, right now, Akuheish probably about 45 seconds ahead of LordBatsy, who's about 45 seconds to a minute ahead of Moonblizzard. That's nothing at this point.
Yeah, that can, one wrong fight, skip, at times you just ate it up.
And we are seeing everyone's grabbing that Nageta Bromide, so everyone wants the speed tabs. Speed, always king in Jets of Time.
Yeah, if you can get the double star speed, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, you at least want to get one character to like 14 speed with a good AoE attack, because there's several fights that if you don't have that, namely like the lasers in Black Omen or in Genodome, that are just absolute trash if you have a slow team. And given that we're starting with Robo and Marl, you've got a slow team.
That's ironic because Marl's our hate girl.
And Moon has dipped out of the Cathedral and said, no, I don't need the fourth character.
Interesting. We have some divergence. We got Batsy and Akuheish sticking with it. So what does he know that they don't? Or what has he routed that they haven't?
We should be seeing Yakra fall shortly. We'll see if it's a good item and then a good character. Moon is going into the castle, which suggests to me that we're going to be going through Xenon Bridge, because everyone checked Xenon Bridge.
Yep,
everyone checked it, so there's going to be something good there. I would guess Pendant, maybe a gate key, something that gives them more progression.
Yeah, with Aku picking up that Dreamstone, it's maybe that's hinting at Ocean Palace. We don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you had the gate key here, it's the pendant. So one pendant that gives you access to the future by going and turning yourself into prison. Given this particular team, the correct play is probably to send Chrono to prison. The fun play is to send Marl to prison, because you arrest the princess for stealing her own jewelry. Also, this is on the 3.2 beta, which means we get cool music on Xenon Bridge. This is the alternate battle theme that was not actually part of the main Chrono Trigger release, but is still in the files.
That's really cool. Now, the music in this game is always good. It's like my background work music most of the time. Remixes of it. But
all right, I just looked. Yakra dropped a Star Scythe, so nothing great there.
Well, that's good money. I mean,
it's money. And the character is Ayla. So that suggests to me that the people who completed this really wanted to have like the Ayla Robo combo, or just don't want Marl.
Yeah, I mean, Marl's slow, good magic, but you're not going to be doing any auto clears with her.
Not unless she learns Ice 2 early.
True. But again, they have all the information ahead of them.
They would
know what they're learning.
Yeah, they know where Ice 2 is in her tech list. So maybe Ice 2 is like the last tech, and they're like, no, we're not going to bother with that.
Maybe they saw Ayla. I don't know. If you get the early Dino Tail, it's a good AoE useful everywhere.
Yeah, early Dino Tail could be good. Early Triple Kick, early Cat Attack.
Ayla's a strong character overall. Gotta love her. Now, we got on the bridge here. You think Moonblizzard's going to be able to handle Zombor?
Yeah, and I see Pseudo Arc saying, if you have an early Falcon hit, you can use it to clear fights because it's a full screen AoE now.
That's a nice thing.
Let's see, Ozzy is dropping technical garbage and a nice menu skip by Moon. You have like a 2-frame window to enter the menu between fights on Xenon Bridge. Getting in there lets you equip any gear that came up, use ethers, power tabs. That's probably one of the more difficult menu skips to get. And we know
I don't know if I've seen that in a ring recently.
Yeah, it's a hard one to get, and a lot of times it's not even worth it because it's not like you're getting a bunch of gear to get there, and the fights aren't super difficult. It's not like a lot of those where, I need this to survive.
If I don't heal now, I will be wiped.
I see Marl has haste as her second tech, so it must be Ice 2 that's buried.
Yeah, well, I'd probably keep Marl around if he has haste early like that. That can really change the game, especially when you're running Robo. You don't have to worry about speed tabs early.
Right. Also, keep in mind that our community in general has a very strong dislike for Marl. She is not the best speed-running character despite having haste in her arsenal. Why cast haste when you can kick something really, really hard?
I get that, but wasn't it someone who used BlackRock to clinch out a tournament win?
Yeah, but you don't have to have... Well, okay, you have to have Marl for BlackRock. But still.
I think it's still best girl, though, hands down.
Alright, Chrono now has no MP while LordBatsy and Akuheish are starting their Xenon Bridge run.
They all want that pendant, so it looks like it's a race to the future. Someone call Doc Brown.
And getting that future access early also means early access to sealed chests. One of the flags we use is called the early pendant charge. As soon as you get to the future, the pendant will now open all sealed chests and sealed doors, which can include sealed chests like in Hecarim's Cave or the ones in Guardia Castle, which maybe they have some good items. So early futures, extra gear. Early futures, extra checks. Early feature is technically a piece of progression.
Yeah, and it's another easy character pickup. One you could skip if you don't like who it is. So, well, in this case, you know who it is going in, so you don't have to even go into that dome.
Yeah,
but it's there.
We'll see if anyone goes in and picks up our Protodome character.
Batsy and Aku fighting out Zombor right now.
Ooh, we've got Ayla with early Tailspin. So that's some good non-elemental damage that bypasses a lot of defenses.
Yeah, if it's non-elemental, it's AoE, whole screen, right? Or is it a limited area?
You know, I think it is single target.
Oh, it's single target. Okay.
I think. The only fights I use Tail in are single target fights, so I don't know that I can tell you. Because the fights where I use it, it's like Black Toretto. It's being used on the head, so it doesn't matter. Or it's Hecarim, single target fight. Or, yeah. Ryfix is putting up Tailspin is single targeted jets. Okay. I was like, I don't think I'm insane, but I also don't know because I've never tried, because I didn't need to. Now, if we can find a Luca and you get Fire 2, you can get Fire Whirl, which is like MP efficient AoE flare. It just takes 2 characters, but it means you've got 2 ways of getting that much damage out.
Relatively cheap.
Yeah, because Tailspin's 10 MP and Fire 2's 8. So it saves 2 MP overall, and it spreads the MP cost out across 2 characters.
Now, is Tailspin based off of Ayla's magic?
Yes, Tailspin is based off of Ayla's magic. So, oddly enough, boosting her magic is a good thing to do, because both it and Kiss, the healing spell, are based off of her magic stat.
I never even looked at that one, because, like, what am I going to use that for? It's good to know it's useful these days.
Yeah, and Kiss does status removal. So, like, if you have poison or slow or something, Ayla's Kiss is one of the ways to get a heal off and remove status effects at the same time.
You give her the amulet, you only have 1, and then you get the rest of the team covered.
All right, so we see... Yeah, we are seeing the guards here drop lapises? Lapis? Lapis? Yeah, I don't know how the plural of lapis.
Lapis. What about plural of laprises?
Yeah.
No, it'd be lapises. Probably. English is weird.
Yes. Yeah, English is very weird. And, Moon teased us. Moon teased us with saving Fritz. Is like, no, I'm just here for the lapis.
Did he pull the switch and then walk away?
No, he did not pull the switch. Okay. That would be really cruel.
Next, he's not going to pet the front of a cat.
No, you got to pet the cat. Petting the cat is part of the validation of the run.
Yeah, so if you want to win, you got to do it. So we got Aku now in prison.
They sent the robot to prison, which, I mean, makes sense. What is this strange technological marvel that we can't understand? LordBatsy did pick up the jerky from the carpenter and is getting moon armor for her trouble.
I do like that play. Does that have a status immunity on it?
No, I think moon armor is magic defense.
Magic defense. Well, it's still good early pickup.
Yeah, it's not bad. All right, so going into the Dragon Tank fight, one thing to keep in mind is the developers assume that you're fighting the Dragon Tank with Chrono and Luca, meaning that they expect you have lightning elements and fire elemental-based attacks. So the head is immune to fire and lightning. What it's not immune against is shadow and ice. So if you have Ice 2 or Laser Spin, or if you get lucky and come here with Magus and have Dark Matter, you get to ignore all the parts of the Dragon Tank and just AoE the thing down in like 1 hit.
You love to see it. Now, I did see Robo's tech list. Do we have a Laser Spin on him?
We do have Laser Spin. Laser Spin was his first tech.
Oh.
And Akuheish accidentally ran into this. Well, I say accidentally ran into the blue shields. Now,
don't they get some good tech points, don't they?
You get a few. No, it's only 2. I was like, maybe they dropped something.
That had to be a whoopsie. I never see a runner take that fight on purpose.
That would be hilarious.
Now, can you see the setup for that? You gotta, like, get it just right.
Yeah, if you can split the difference between them and just run between them, but... and Mian, sitting there with the log open, is saying, oh, they could be charmed, but no good reason to do it with Robo. Just Robo's big and fat and makes it easy to hit him.
This Dragon Tank fight's going a little bit long on Moonblizzard's side. I thought it'd be since by now. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon.
Oh, there goes the head. The rest of the body is progressing.
Do some rocket punch and cyclones just to get it done quick. We got Aku entering the fight as Moonblizzard's almost done with it.
All right, there's the final hit. We see a swallow drop at a mermaid cap. Mermaid cap early is nice. And the swallow is +2 speed, so Chrono's going to be stupid fast, particularly if he's still wearing the bandana from the start of the game.
That's a great combo. He's going to be your quick fight clearer.
And he'll have...
Batsy's going to rescue Fritz. There we go. We got one nice person.
All right, so one person is saving Fritz, and because we have Chrono in our party, we can go to 1000 AD and get 10 mid-ethers for free. You only get the free mid-ethers if you have Chrono in your party.
That's the only tech we gate, isn't it?
That's the only what?
That's the only tech in the game that you need Chrono for in Jet.
Yeah, if you want 10 mid-ethers, yeah, that's the only thing that's, like, character locked to him.
Yeah, because the other important characters, you got Robo for Desert, Marl for Future, or no, sorry, for Rainbow Shell, and Frog for all his goodness.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Luca has nothing. Moon stepped in long enough to pick up a slasher. So I don't know if that's he didn't look at the gear, and that's just a standard check for him, or if he really wants that slasher, maybe to sell, because Swallow's better.
Yeah, and well, that's the thing, is like, those shops at the end, they got the good stuff, the mega elixirs, it wouldn't hurt you to go out of your way to pick up a few high tier items that you don't want to use because you want to sell them. Yeah. I'd imagine. Like, the starter price is definitely going to be, they get you halfway to a full elixir, or mega elixir.
And we did see a Blackmail and a Gloomhelm pick up from the sealed chest, so that's good. Gloomhelm is status protection for Magus, who is not in our party yet, but Blackmail is just ridiculously good gear.
I think at this point in the run, this is the party they're going with. Everyone's picked and they're sticking with it. That's my guess, at least.
If Luca is anywhere that it's accessible, I expect them to go find Luca. The fact that Moonblizzard did not immediately run to Protodome tells me Luca's not in Protodome.
Probably our favorite amphibian, if I had to guess.
But basically, if Luca is anywhere but the burrow, I imagine people go pick up Luca at some point.
You're not going to check the burrow. Well, you're not going to check because you have the spoiler log, so, yeah.
Yeah, and so they would know. It could be that, like, Luca's on Dactyl Nest and the go mode's going to be Black Omen, so we're just never going to find the gate key and thus not be able to get her, but...
There's definitely something down here in, Eris Dome?
Yeah, we know that there's... you get a key item for clearing the dungeon. I expect that's something really good. Otherwise, you'd go clear, like, Son of Sun or some other dungeon. Unless...
There's no real in here otherwise.
Yeah, unless there's some, like, good gear in the sealed door at the back end. Because, like, if there's a crisis arm back there, maybe you come here to go for a crisis arm.
I could see that being worth it. Especially because in this stage of the game, you also need experience. And I don't know how much experience the boss drought, but it's experience.
Right.
You're going to want to be, like, level 20, minimum 25 going into your go mode.
Probably. Like, yeah, but by the time you get done with your grinds and such, you want to be level 25, 27, somewhere around there. Rocket Roll.
Is that a new one? I don't recognize that.
No, that's a combination of Cyclone and Laser Spin. If it doesn't do 500 damage, though, you're going to get hit by Delta Force. And
Ooh.
Moonblizzard's going to take a huge chunk of damage.
Is this going to wipe? No, we're... Okay, well, you got the Absorb on Marl, so he was safe. We got Aku going into Heckran during all this.
Yeah, so a slight divergence.
Wonder if he spotted a different go mode he wants to go for? Well, I guess we'll see what Batsy does too, and then figure out what consensus is. He's almost done with her Dragon Tank fight.
And we are going to be seeing Haste come out to get Chrono and Robo up to speed on Moonside, trying to get some damage out. Marl's going to get healed. Will this do 150 damage to Robo? Not quite. But Robo is in kill range from the fire attack that's going to be coming.
It's going to be close. That hate's really coming in handy, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I'm just watching these attacks go. That's ridiculous. And there's the fire attack, and there goes Robo. And there goes the attack, so Robo doesn't get the tech points.
You don't like to see that. Although magic is still locked, right? We don't start with magic unlocked in this seed.
Right, but Robo doesn't need magic unlock.
That's what I'm saying. At least he's not gated.
Aku just found a crisis arm.
Wow.
Aku went to the future, came back, went to Heckran Cave, and got a crisis arm, and is now aborting the run. So the entire reason to come here was to grab a crisis arm. So not only is the crisis arm here, Heckran must be hiding absolute crap as his key item.
Not even worth continuing, because you got to go pretty much all the way through there, right? Wasn't Heckran one screen away?
Yeah, Heckran's one screen away. So, I mean, what? Heckran must be holding like the Moonstone.
Yeah, I would still probably do it for a Crisis Arm if that was the easiest one to get. And it'd be great to see Robo's Room picked up by somebody too, because that would be a real, forward-thinking play. But it might be, who knows what it's locked behind.
All right, so Moon's going to finish picking up everything at Eris Dome. Akuheish now heading to Eris Dome, so there must be something good here. Now, the real question is, are we going to see Batsy and Moonblizzard go to Heckran at any point? Are they going to gamble? They can save enough time to make up for not having a Crisis Arm.
That's quite the gamble, because you use Crisis Arm correctly, you're putting out some serious damage.
Now, I will say, I did look at this room in the spoiler log. 3 Hyper Ethers. That's something that people didn't check. And this is a room that I always want to skip in normal jets, but I never feel like I can. But I totally checked this room. It was like, oh, can I skip this room and save me a minute? And 3 Hyper Ethers is not worth it.
You don't think so? Even to sell?
Oh no. I need a stack of mid ethers, and I'm good. That bug.
Counter. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Akuheish. Akuheish must have menued in the freezer because he's taking the extra fight in the Eris Dome.
Is that what happens when you menu right after the boss?
Now, if you menu in the freezer when you come out, there's 4 of those robots.
Okay. Oh, right. It didn't used to soft lock you? Or could soft lock you at one point?
Maybe. And I didn't see the item. Hero Metal. Hero Metal is in Eris Dome.
We'll see if that's important. They bother to stop in at the burrow. They're going to 1,000, or Moon's going to 1,000 AD.
Well,
And
I
we
guess
got,
we'll see
back
if
to
Luke.
Occupy the South.
We will see if Luca was stuck in the burrow. And Moonblizzard now going to go pick up the jerky this late. I mean, doing it this way puts all the routing kind of close together, I guess.
I kind of like that because he's going to go to 600 AD, drop off the jerky, see the burrow, pop over to 1000 AD, pick up his reward.
And then hopefully go to Hecarim's cave and get the crisis arm.
If he decides to go there. That might have been Aku just going for power.
Oh, but by coming here later, Moonblizzard gets these chests.
Ah, that does save time. Was there anything good enough?
Black Vest and a load helm. That's not bad.
I wonder if anyone would actually... Can you sell that for 10,000? Will you get the money? Or is that option blocked?
I think the moon armor can be sold.
No, I'm saying the jerky quest. Can you sell it to her for 10,000?
No, you cannot sell it.
Okay.
You cannot sell it for 10,000 gold.
I should have read soft lock, and that would have been funny. So I don't need the thing.
All right, so the gate key. Gate key is behind the hero medal.
And the run is blessed. There was a new.
All right, so getting the gate key means access to magic, access to Dactyl Nest. We know Luca is not in the burrow, which means she's either in Protodome and people didn't go get her, or she's in the Dactyl Nest and we're about to go grab her. And people in chat pointing out Moonblizzard picking up the moon armor because it is his armor. Okay, that's fair.
What we got on the chest up here? A tab and vest. Okay.
Yeah,
No sign of Lucy yet.
Yeah, tab and vest and a big hand. That's not a crisis arm.
Is it good enough, though? I always forget Robo's, which ones are the strong ones. I always have to check them. Unless it's Crisis Arm. I'm like, yep, that's the one.
All right, there's the Dreamstone. And as to where the big hand falls, I couldn't tell you. I think Kaiser Arm is the second best one. And, Giga Arm is the best one that's not Crisis Arm.
Sounds about right. Stopping at Melchior's here doing some selling.
What is it you need to buy?
Grab a few mid-ethers and a lapis? I don't know if you picked one up or not. No, just more mid-ethers. Should have saved Fritz.
And, alright, Moonblizzard's going for the Crisis Arm.
Nice, you love to see it. Got Aku coming out of his Aerostome check. The hero medal.
And I assume that he picked it up. Okay, there it is in the tracker. I was going to say, either Mian didn't click it, or Akuheish is playing some mind games with us and not grabbing the hero medal.
Did a sneaky restart to avoid collecting the end of the quest, yeah. It is exhibition, but I still think there's runners giving it their all.
I mean, I think that having access to the gate key so you can get magic without doing the factory means everyone is grabbing the hero medal. Yeah,
that's a big time sink to go do factory. If you don't, is that the only thing you get out of it? Is in a time access?
In a time access and 3 chests if you take the short route.
Right.
Although I think I did see in the spoiler log that the R series bots were dropping speed tabs.
Oh, that is very tempting. If you can't route in any other ones somewhere?
Nah, not that I saw. I think there were maybe some that you could charm.
Well, we do have...
And we have Ayla.
Well, we got Ayla.
Alright, Moonblizzard.
Possibility might see some charms today.
Yeah, we're unlocking magic. Everyone count to 3 while thinking magic. Don't forget how to count.
Yeah, this is the bane of my existence when I got this game on mobile.
Because walking in a circle is hard?
You try using a mobile controller, which is like just part of your screen. I don't know. Got magic unlocked for Moonblizzard, and looks like, is Aku going to? They're noping out. Or are they going back for the Epoch?
Not yet. But if Aku was gonna go pick up Luca, who I'm guessing that if they're gonna pick up Luca, she's on Dactyl Nest, you would go grab Luca before unlocking magic so that magic gets unlocked on Luca too.
That is a big time save to get it all done at once.
Because now Moon would either have to go back to unlock Luca's magic or not get Luca. Assuming, and I'm assuming that's who's on Dactyl Nest, because, I mean, it's that or Magus.
Well, I guess we'll see. Is he heading up Dactyl Nest right now?
Yeah, Aku is currently walking up Dactyl Nest.
I don't see anyone walking up Dactyl Nest for a Magus. Sorry, Magus, but I'll bet it's Luca.
Yeah, I could see it early game, but after 40 minutes in, no, I think it's got to be Luca.
Yeah, early game with an early gate key, you can make the argument. But this is just too late for a Magus play. His utility is all in being good early.
Now,
and being good fat, yeah.
I actually don't mind Magus in my final party if it's a vanilla matchup. Oh, Akuheish being really good, gets the skip without doing the check into the corner first. I have not seen anyone do that. Holy cow.
That's real swag. Let's see this. He's got another skip right here.
Yeah, so he can still get the skip. Now, he went into the corner for this one, but he's did that first one skipping the corner. That's ridiculous.
There's definitely been some practice there, some muscle memory definitely kicked in.
Yeah, and it is Luca on top of the Dactyl Nest. So the question is, when does Luca learn Flare? By Chrono. No one cares about Chrono.
Yeah, I mean, you got Luca. What else do you need?
Yep. All right, LordBatsy about to go get her gate key. Moonblizzard going to go grab the Crisis Arm. And Akuheish now going to unlock magic.
It all makes sense. Alright, so what are we missing right now? We got Dreamstone, Gate Key. We're 2/3 of the way to Ocean Palace.
Yep, we need a Ruby Knife. And that will give us that particular go mode. Otherwise, we're looking for a clone and a chrono trigger to go through Black Omen.
Mm-hmm.
Or in theory, we're looking for a broken blade and a broken hilt to go through Magus's castle.
If you don't see Frog picked up by now, I don't... Oh, well actually, no.
Frog's in the
Frog is in burrow. Never mind. Yeah.
But I think if that were the easy go mode, I think we would have seen people just go pick up the 2 parts, go pick up Frog, and go. And we're not doing that, so it must not be easy.
Yeah, the only time, if Magus has to be really enticing, like really early with very few things gated, if you're going to pick that as your go mode and a spoiler race.
Yeah, Magus has to just take so long. And me and pointing out, yeah, I don't think we're seeing Magus today. All right, where is Akuheish heading? Akuheish is heading for Denadoro Mountain. I would put good money on Denadoro Mountain having the ruby knife.
Yeah, I'm not taking that bet. You're probably right. Got Blizzard almost done with his crisis arm. Batsy going up for her Luca.
I wonder if Moonblizzard is going to say, I don't care about not having Luca.
Yeah, it's not the worst idea. As much as the community be like, well, why'd you get Luca? This is a good party he has. He's been training them. They're strong. Good synergies. You got heals. Got life 2. Haste.
Marl just learned Ice 2, so Marl has everything important to her.
Yeah, she's done.
So you're looking, what? You're going to look for hasted robo tackles and chrono confuses? And you've got to find a good sword for chrono. So maybe there's a rainbow somewhere.
Well, I mean, Chrono does have that. Didn't Moon pick up the Swallow? He's got the plus 2 speed?
The Swallow's good, but...
it's not endgame, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe... Oh, no, someone picked up a Cali Blade.
Oh, that was... I
think that was Moon. Cali Blade is the one that gives you the 4x crits, so maybe that's the play.
You can find out confused. You're sitting pretty.
And we're seeing in chat Mian, who lives with LordBatsy, says LordBatsy wants to pass along that's the second time she has ever gotten that skip. So that's nice. And Angro corrected me. Shiva Edge is the 4x crit, not Cali Blade. Okay, yeah. This is why I don't use Chrono in my parties. If I don't have a rainbow.
Yeah. You see that rainbow, you're like, okay, Chrono, you got a shot. But other than that, I don't have it's like with the Robo hands, I don't have them memorized either. A little shop visit from Moon. Aku's still working his way through Denadoro. And Magic unlocked on Batsy. We're about to be. Everyone think Magic. Dropping some speed tabs on Robo on Moonblizzard's side. This is definitely his endgame party. He's sticking with it. He's not getting Luca. I'm calling it now.
Yeah, that's a very interesting play, and I'm curious to see how it plays out, because a lot of times having the crisis arm, what you're interested in is where is Moon is going on through Black Tyranno before getting the ruby knife, which you can do because all you need is the Dreamstone. Does he remember that he doesn't have the ruby knife? Because you got to have the ruby knife to get to Ocean Palace.
Right, but no one's picked up ruby knife as far as I know, right?
No, I mean, I'm guessing the fact that Akuheish climbed Denadoro Mountain is that the ruby knife is on Denadoro. And I guess by doing this first, the Denadoro fight is easier?
Yeah, but it's not really a hard fight either way. Maybe he wants to grind through Black Tyranno, get his tech points up. It is an interesting play, though. So if he completes Black Tyranno and then goes back to Denadoro, and then comes back to the pass, he just has to go there, or is it... No, Antiquity's unlocked, so he just has to go to Antiquity.
Yeah, so I mean, he would be able to... He could go climb Mount Woe at any point at this point. So that's not a problem. I don't know. I mean, the options are he forgot he doesn't have Ruby Knife and is going to be kicking himself shortly. Or this is intentional and very interesting in terms of routing.
If it is intentional, I do kind of respect it because, you get this out, you get a bunch of experience, and then you blitz Denadoro, skipping everything, and you make a joke of Master Immune.
Yeah. Maybe by doing it this way, you get You get Robo Tackle early, so you could do Robo Tackle Crisis Arms for over 1,000 damage and one shot the Massa and Moon phase.
Anything's possible. Hopefully we get him in the chat afterward and ask him about it.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see what that looks like. One thing you can check in the spoiler logs is what element is Black Tyranno. It is randomized in the game, but the spoiler log will tell you. So we could see the only elemental male we've seen is black.
Let's go mode.
And yes, Akuheish does have the Ruby Knife, so we've got go mode there.
And we got Moonblizzard fighting up. What element did you say Tyranno is today?
I haven't said. I know what it is.
Oh. Okay.
I was saying the only elemental male we've seen is the black male and a black vest. So
if it's Shadow, we're set. And otherwise, they're just going to have to play carefully here. Batsy.
Looks like
she's on her way to Crisis Arm.
Yeah, looks like everyone found the Crisis Arm. Now, what's kind of concerning, for me at least, is that you're fighting Nizbel, and your only source of lightning damage to lower defense is Chronos Luminaire. Robo has effectively no magic attack, and Marl has Ice 2. So you either have to pump Chrono full of ethers to keep him casting Luminaire to keep the defense low, and Robo's got to Robo Tackle and not land on a 0 for his damage number.
That definitely hurt right now. He's got Crisis Arm is the last digit of his health, right?
Right, it's based on the last digit.
So he's rocking an 8 right now. That's pretty good.
And a defensed up Nizbel still took 1,200 damage. That's ridiculous.
That's a lot of damage. Luminaire, that's not too shabby doing 550 just to get the defenses down. Ooh.
Oh, and there's another 0.
Commentators curse. We were talking about it.
And me putting out, we need to do a non-Robo spoiler run now, so that it's not all about find the Crisis Arm. Yeah. I agree. Crisis Arm is OP. Please nerf. Amen.
Did you say make it stronger? Okay.
No. Snurf it into the ground.
But it's vanilla. It's part of the original game.
And it was broken there too.
Yeah, it was. Let's get the gold earring strats.
All right, so now we got one Nizbel down, one Nizbel going down.
But Aku is ready to roll as soon as he gets through this whole place.
Right,
Whereas
yeah.
Moonblizzard...
Aku is a full dungeon ahead.
That's why it seems like Moonblizzard have anything to think about it. Aku is ready to take this to, straight to Lavos, yeah. I forgot he was at the end of Ocean Palace for a second.
And both Pseudo and Azur pointing out base vanilla Chrono Trigger did not apply weapon effects to Robo Tackle, so Crisis Arm did not affect Robo Tackle.
Ah, that's good to know.
I'm of the firm belief that no one used Robo in Vanilla Chrono Trigger.
Oh, I definitely did. You had him and Luca as they're like best buddies. At least that was on my main team.
No, I was an OG trio the whole way.
Chrono, Maro, Luca.
Yep. Let me do Antipode 3 and Confuses all day long.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And pointing out, LordBatsy is fighting Hecarim.
Interesting.
So maybe a different go mode is behind Hecarim?
Well, she's still 2 items away for the other 2 modes, right?
Yeah, she is 2 items away for both. The Dreamstone is in the Snail Stop, so it's essentially free whenever you want it.
Yeah, that's why I didn't. She basically has it.
Yeah.
Because she can just control F, and she's like, where is this again?
But, I mean, if this was the clone or the Chrono Trigger, maybe the other one's readily available, and we're going to see someone go through Black Omen. Although, if you were doing that, I would expect Robo to have been replaced by someone with magic, or Ayla replaced by someone with magic, just to get through the mutant fights.
I mean, you can always slap Marl in for those fights, do some anapodes.
Yeah, alright, so we have a Prism Shard.
Huh.
And Marl's coming in, so we're gonna go do the Prism Shard.
Wonder what Batsy's thinking. Maybe there's something on the Prism quest? She's going to 600 AD, turning the shell. But it's always nice to see some divergence, especially in spoiler log races. Because it means they're each thinking, I could do this, I could, you get to see different executions, not just who can do this one thing the fastest.
Right.
Now, the Prism Shard quest is a bit lengthy, though, so...
Yeah, it's got a really long cutscene.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing in chat that Marl got iced. The spoiler log says that it's not ice. That could be,
Nani?
that could be scary. Because if you went into this thinking, oh, I've got elemental protection, and you don't. And we're seeing the emergency play come out with Lifeline to give a rise to all 3 characters.
You don't see it often, but I do like seeing it. Now what, that takes, what? Robo's heal, Chrono has to have life, and Maro has to have life too?
I think so.
This party itself is rare as it is, and to see that tech is just so nice.
And I'm very confused. I'm watching Moon's fight. He was just sitting there with Chrono. He's not attacking at all.
He doesn't need to. Do you see how much damage his Ice Tackle's doing?
Okay, fair.
It was a little bit high. I guess he lost a HP sap tick. He did have a 79, like a 9 in that last place, and was doing almost 6.
Okay, that's fair.
That's one of the fastest Black Chrono fights I've ever seen.
Yeah. The downside is Akuheish is literally starting the fight as Moon finishes it, and Moon still has to go get the Ruby Knife.
Yeah, and we know Aku's got that Crisis Arm too, but let's see, Robo is sitting at a 2 right now. He's got to manip something if he wants to get those strats going, but what's Luca's flare damage going to be? Knockout?
We're not going to see it. We're not going to see it early.
Yeah, I forgot you got to knock out Azala first.
Yeah, got to knock out Azala first.
And for the longest time, I thought that was Queen Azala.
I think it
But
is.
Is it a queen?
I think it is a queen.
Okay, because I saw somewhere else that it was like a dude. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, they're lizards, so no judgment.
All right, so that is definitely ice on Tyranno.
Huh.
And being pointing out more like she's the dead queen because she just got hit by a meteor. Or
Bye-bye.
an intergalactical parasite in the shape of a meteor. Moon? You don't have the ruby knife, Moon!
What is this play? Because is he checking one thing in real first?
I can't imagine you would, because that wastes so much time. I just looked at his streams, like maybe we missed him going there and picking up. No, he does not have the ruby knife on his tracker.
Is he just coming up for a speed tab and then going back to Zenadoro? Come on, man.
No!
What's going on like this?
No, this is totally Moon forgot he doesn't have the ruby knife.
Oh,
That is 100% what this is.
Right now, Aku's sitting in the best spot possible. Batsy, I want to see what this play gives her.
Yeah?
Like, why go here?
You got the chrono trigger as the item, so
Yep.
where's the clone?
What's left that's an easy check? I guess Son of Sun's
Son
pretty
of
quick.
Sun is quick. Toma's Pop, if Toma's Pop is somewhere quick, into Giant's Claw. Reptite Layer. Reptite Layer's quick.
Do we... Wait, Reptite Lair. Oh, yeah. Not Tyranno Lair. Duh.
Right. Alright, Moon is selling a bunch of things. And there's Hexagon Mist.
That's gonna hurt.
Luca at 5 HP. And there is technically a countdown going on because there is an HP drain from all the roaring.
Get some gear swaps over on Moonblizzard's side.
Yeah, we're seeing the long cutscene. And Moon making the sad climb.
This is gonna hurt so bad when he gets there.
He's gonna get to the door and be like, knock, knock, knock. No.
Aku doing
he has sold all of the
damage.
accessories, so he can't do an accessory swap.
Hmm.
And Moon just realized, I don't have a ruby knife.
Did he dive Zenadoro for a quick fight at the beginning, or that was someone else?
No, that was Akuheish.
Aku, yeah. So he never even touched Zenadoro. He should know better. Oh, this is a sad climb. As we have Batsy leaving Guardia Castle 1000 AD with her chrono trigger. Where's she going?
I was gonna say, to pet the cat. That is the best answer, is to pet the cat.
If she goes and pets a cat, I'm going to switch my bet over to her. Just because, you know, the run's validated. Unless Aku already did it.
All right, we're back at the new shop again. What are we trying to raise money for now?
Maybe make sure there's some. No, is that the last shop if you go through the Ocean Palace route? Or
Yeah, that is the last shop unless you die to Lavos and go through the cutscene. Then you get to go to that same shop again in the remains of 1200 BC.
Okay, yeah. So you sold a bunch of stuff. I didn't see him buy much.
All right, so we are seeing the Son of Sun fight.
Okay, so if this is Clone, she's on her way to Black Omen. I don't see another reason why you would do this right now with on a spoiler log race.
Well, I mean, maybe if you're thinking Black Omen's the quicker go mode. Black Omen is the quicker go mode in general.
Yeah.
But you had to go through an extra dungeon, essentially, to get it.
Well, so in her case, she's not doing Tyrannolair, not doing Denadoro, and instead doing Prism Shard and Son of Sun. That sounds like a net gain to me. Oh, no.
No, because then you still have to do Death's Peak, and you had to fight Hecarim.
Yeah. That's right. So, yeah, I did Hecarim and Death's Peak. Yeah, it is longer.
And Black Omen is probably slightly longer than Ocean Palace, but just because of the number of boss fights, but the amount of gear you get makes it a lot easier to finish.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to really grind as long in Black Omen. You could just guaranteed a certain number of experiences. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to hit that grind spot and just grind over and over on the mages and the baton twirlers.
Yeah, it's a quick grind, but it's still a grind. Whereas, yeah, like you said, Black Omen, you're just go.
But you have to fight Giga Mutant and Mega Mutant, or Giga Mutant and Terra Mutant, one of which is the worst designed boss in all of JRPGs, because it's weak only to magic, but if you attack it with magic, it drains your magic. I hate that is the most annoying boss.
Yeah, I was very much a fan.
The one chest that Moonblizzard opens on Dinadoro has a Seraph song in it.
Did you do that on purpose, or was it just gambling?
No, it was probably the one chest that is technically in the route. So he probably doesn't know what's in it. Yeah. It's just the one that you literally walk by and can press A while you're walking and get it.
The speed chest.
Yes. Oh, he's skipping the save point and everything.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Not going to pick up the rock either. I guess you don't with this party. They don't have a special rock triple tech.
Nope. All rock triple techs do not involve Chrono.
Mm-hmm.
Now, on the plus side, Moonblizzard is going to be able to literally just look at Massa and he'll faint. And then possibly just look at Massa Moon and they'll faint too.
Yeah, he's set to go through this a lot faster, but he's still got to get back to where Aku is.
Right.
Which involves, the Skyway and then the two more, what do you call them? Light elevators.
Right. And chat pointing out, LordBatsy is in go mode technically before Moon is. Because the Son of Sun fight did drop the clone. So
that's what we're looking for.
And that actually sets up a very interesting check. Death's Peak plus Black Omen versus Ocean Palace. Now, if we hadn't already cleared Black Tyranno, that would be a really nice comparison of the two go modes. But basically, Moonblizzard still has a half dungeon lead on her.
Yeah, so I'd say Batsy is at the tail end here of the pack, but it's still anyone's game. Yeah,
no, I mean, you still have the right character. I mean, you've got a decent set of characters, and the Lavos fights will be quick. by which I mean the Elder Lavo Spawn and the Lavo Spawn here at the top of the peak. Because you'll have ridiculous single target damage.
Oh yeah, with the Ayla Robo combo.
Yeah, I mean triple kick and crisis arm punches. Nice skips by Batsy getting through the first wave of crackers. And then the stream freezing a little bit, but makes it through the second set as well.
Those enemies always struck me as really weird. Like, is it like a clam with something sticking out? I don't know.
Pointing out, this is the alternate music for Death's Peak. So we have pulled up the sound on LordBatsy's stream just to hear the alternate music.
Hey, you gotta show it off.
I never thought that this music fit Death Peak particularly well, but thought it would have been good music for Dinadoro, actually.
We got Moon back where he's supposed to be, with the Ruby knife in hand.
And Akuheish getting ready to hit up the grind spot. We'll see what the grind item is.
I hope it's speed tabs, just to make it more fun.
I always want it to be ethers or mid-ethers, so that you don't feel bad that you're burning 20 MP per grind fight.
That's true. Unless you have a gold slug going in this fight, or this grind, you're going to be burning through ethers.
Well, there's triple kick for Ayla. Okay, now the good news. There was a gold stud for sale. So Luca has a gold stud, and it's only 5 MP for Flare.
So this just became a free grind spot.
More or less. Alright, so we are seeing LordBatsy take on the first Lavos spawn using Tailspin. Oh, we saw triple kick for Akuheish. I'm guessing LordBatsy's Ayla does not have Tailspin yet, but does have Crisis Arm Robo Tackle for 3,000 damage.
Yeah, I don't think she's too worried about it. This fight's going to go pretty quick here.
Moon, having looked at the chest, gets a tricky skip to pick up a Vigil Hat.
Now, does he know what obstacle is? Is that in the spoiler log?
If it is, I didn't look at it. It is in the log, according to Mian, so maybe people know what obstacle is. All right, and there's a silver stud also in the area, so at the very least you get 10 MP flares, or I guess in Moon's case, luminaires. Something else that Moon does not have that Akuheish will access to Dino Tail. So the elevator fight that will be coming up soonish will go much quicker for Akuheish. So any thing that comes up that... Oh, wow, Luminaire doesn't even kill. Anything that Moon's able to make up here, he's going to lose in the elevator. Now, the real question is Moon going to grind for levels? Or is he going to say, I had to backtrack. I need to go to make up for time?
Oh, there. Did you catch what levels he was?
No, I did. He's only level 22. He's got to get some levels.
Yeah, the XP in the run here, it's not going to be enough to carry him. He's going to do at least 5, maybe 10 grinds here.
Yeah, you've got to... It is... The Lavos is completable at level 25-ish. And this team might be the best team to do it because you have access to haste and lifeline. So this team might be the team that you could go at like level 24, grind your way through the elevator start the Lavos fight at level 27 and be okay.
Yeah, especially with experienced runners like these and the gear they have.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely doable. And, commentators, we know Moon needs to cut it as close as possible here to get some of the time back.
Now, I will say, smart play using Max Cyclone because it is one-shotting people where Luminaire and Ice weren't, and it's cheaper in terms of MP. Oh no. LordBatsy is taking on, did not have a 14-speed magic user. The self-destructs are going on. When did LordBatsy last save?
Is she good? Oh, she got it off the
she's good.
That's the importance of those speed tabs, and feed him to Luca. She's a growing girl. She needs her medicine.
No. Leave. I was gonna say no. Don't heal. Leave. Go heal at an inn or something. Although I guess you probably have enough mid tonics. It's not a big deal.
I think we're in a good spot here.
I wonder if I did not see if LordBatsy got the gold stud in the sewer, or has a stud at all, because you're gonna want to cast flare everywhere in this dungeon. Do you have enough MP restoratives to do that?
We'll have to spy her item count when we get a chance. So Aku's still grinding. We can catch up here.
Aku is in the second spot.
Oh, you're right.
Now, this is taking the damage required to be able to use Dino Tail. So technically, Moon is one fight ahead if he goes before Akuheish catches up. But, no, I take back. No, I miscounted. This is the fight that Akuheish just finished. So Moon is one fight behind.
I mean, you have to give him credit. That's a nice catch-up.
Yeah, and
this stage, we're about, 20, 30 minutes away from final boss on most of these runners?
If that, probably closer to 15. Because you've got the elevator fight for Akuheish, which will take about 3 minutes. You'll have the double golems, which will take about 3 or 4 minutes. and then 3 Lavos fights. So you're looking at 15 minutes to end of game, maybe 20 if it's a nasty Lavos. And LordBatsy in the Black Omen, not to the first boss yet, so has some catching up to do. And doesn't seem to have enough speed on Luca to make it happen, because if you get into these fights and start taking the missile hits and the plasma burns, that's just time in these fights that go from being, oh, smash A, cast flare, to 45 seconds worth of waiting per fight.
And potential deaths.
And deaths, yes, and potential deaths.
Now, in a vanilla game, I do love these guys on Batsy's side because you can charm speed taps for them, I believe.
Right.
We got Moon and Aku both in the elevator.
And we're going to see the difference in speeds in these fights as the Dino Tail's going to go off and basically one-shot the next 2 fights, while Moonblizzard is going to have to Luminaire and Ice 2, potentially.
Yeah, and which enemies is that you require Dino Tail for on this elevator?
The fight you want it for is the next one coming up, the red, blue, and yellow scouts. And that's because they are elemental resistant to everything that's not their color. And when you have a mix of them like this, you either have to use single target elements, which is slow, multi-hit physical attacks, which you don't have too many of, single target physical attacks, or Dino Tail, or Frog Squash, which are AoE giant physical damage dealers that will one-shot the entire room.
Well, in this newest build, though, too, the Falcon Hit is viable.
Yeah, Falcon Hit would be viable if you had Ayla and Luke Chrono. But the one person with Chrono did not bring an Ayla. All right, and we see people saying, oh, Moon's going to try to Max Cyclone. Unfortunately, I think because of the positioning of Robo, Max Cyclone's only going to hit like 2 of them. So I kind of expect to see like Spin Cut, Robo Tackle, Ice 1 to take out a blue, a red, another Ice to take out the other blue, and then Luminaire to take out the 2 yellows.
It's a careful dance they're going to have to do here.
Now, Akuheish did not get either of the skips on the Scouters, but is going to get 2 more free Dino Tail fights, essentially. So that's an extra 60 tech points and level. And Chrono's
not going to hurt
asleep.
down the final fight. Ooh. Moon's luck today is running out. If Batsy had been a little quicker, we could have all of them on an elevator at the same time, but you only get so much synchronization.
All right, Chrono standing back up from his nap. Let's see, there's another tackle on the red. We're going to see Ice on the other blue, which technically means we didn't really waste too much in the way of time by Chrono sleeping, thankfully.
As long as he's awake to pull up his Luminaire, that's what counts.
Yeah. And to be fair, when I was looking at the spoiler log, I didn't think he was going through Black Omen. I don't know what all items are in Black Omen. I did see there were a bunch of speed tabs that were charmable. I don't know if there were too many good drops, though. I didn't think anyone was going to go this route, so thank you, LordBatsy, for proving me wrong.
You know, someone has to.
That's pretty common. And LordBatsy looked like maybe did pay attention to what's in chest, skipped some of them, I think. As we're getting Akuheish ready for the double golem fight, which should be a relatively easy fight because you can trick them into doing single target fire damage by casting fire on them, and then after they attack with their first fire counter. Oh, never mind. We got Robo and Ayla. We're going to cast Boogie, and they're going to be stopped, and that's going to be it. So Moon is getting ready to enter the double golem fight. So just a few seconds behind. This is less than 30-second difference.
It's neck and neck. This is all coming down to execution.
And we did see Prism Specs in the Omen shop, so some extra damage. You could have Prism Spec Crisis Arm Robo to fight Zeal.
Could you hit quad nines with that kind of...
Well, I don't know if you could do it with just Robo Tackle. You can definitely do it with Fire Tackle.
Yeah, okay.
That's how we learned that Robo Tackle might be broken, is having access to Prism Spec Fire Tackles hitting quad nines all of a sudden. We're like, wait, how did that happen? That's not supposed to work that way.
These golem bosses are not golem. Oh yeah, golem twins are still kicking away here.
Quite literally, in the case of Akuheish's screen, since he stopped, it's just a stopwatch.
That's right. Moon does not have any stop access with his team.
And a one-digit Robo Tackle was doing 3,000 damage. Okay. Now we have Lifeline on Moon's side to survive some ridiculousness from the Golem twins, I'm guessing. So what? The Golem disappeared 126.20, so we can tell exactly how far behind Moon is when this fight finishes.
It's nice it was on an even second, too, so...
Close enough, at least. All right, and there goes the Lifeline to bring Chrono and Marl back at 160 HP. That's not enough on Chrono.
Yeah, I might have to stop to heal here to be safe.
Nope, there's the burp. Chrono's going down, probably. Oh, Chrono with 3 HP left. And there goes the first Mega Elixir. He's got 3, so that's plenty, but...
You know, they don't talk about this enough in JRPG school, but Mega Elixir Syndrome is a serious issue. You save all these things to the end of the game, and then you beat the game, it's like, well, I still got that Mega Elixir.
All right, a second Lifeline coming out to make sure you get through this fight. I
don't fault him for that. You know, an extra, 6 seconds of casting to save a restart? I'll take it every day.
Yeah. We are looking at, right now, already a minute and a half behind. And a gold stud for LordBatsy was just picked up, so cheap flares the rest of the way. That solves the mana issue.
Yep, we got Man Machine coming up here second for Aku, while we got the second burp on Moonblizzard's side. So that was 1:28:15.
All right, so basically a 2-minute lead for Akuheish. I mean, that is still within. Lavos decides you don't want to complete the game, you get a reset, and you're neck and neck again.
That's true. So it's all going to come down to... Oh, wait. Do we see obstacle on Aku's side?
We haven't yet. It will be coming up here in just a moment.
Okay, did we see him put on any staff protect gear?
I was not watching. I was watching Moon Screen.
Oh, here it is.
An obstacle is lock. Oh, that's nasty.
It's not too bad with the Crisis Arm logo, but it could...
No, but I mean, Luca is now useless.
Mm-hmm.
And Ayla's not much better.
That was a nice hit from Luca, but yeah, this is going to become a slog.
That's an Akuheish wipe.
Is it? Oh.
Oh, well, not quite. Got 7 HP left.
He's got to tap into the part of the cards here and pull this one out.
No, the obstacle will do over 10 damage. Oh, Ayla survived! If that 250 damage actually did it...
There it is, though. There it is. Moonblizzard is back in this game.
Yeah, Moon is now in the lead.
So you think spoiler log races, you know, how close can it really get? This is it right here. It comes down to execution and logic.
Okay, I stopped to change the sound, and I didn't see, did Akuheish have any status protection?
Did he not put any on after that?
He may not have any.
That's, oh, yeah. It's, you know, your own routing fault. Now, obstacle is in the spoiler log, right?
Yes.
They should have been able to find that out.
We think
like,
so.
Okay.
Apparently, there was an issue with, like, there was a patch update, and so the seed, when it got re-rolled with the patch to prevent a bug, that's why the element was wrong for Toretto. Mian is saying obstacle is still correct. Well, that's good.
So he had the information, and if you're going to plan an Ocean Palace route, obstacle is one of the things I'm going to control F for. Even if it's like, you know, during a loading, you know, one of those cutscenes I got to get through, that's a great time to just go there and find that out real quick.
Yeah, that's something to keep in mind. The spoiler log is still available to the runners during the race as well.
Yeah, and amulets are always guaranteed at the last shop. So in this case, for them, it would have been that Zeal shop before they went into the Ocean Palace.
And Moon is through the shell.
I'm guessing Moon had some staff protect on someone.
Yeah, and
I wasn't watching that fight too closely.
What's interesting, Ice Tackle did nearly 8k damage. Fire Tackle only did like 4.
Now, does he have I think Moon has an earring on... No, he had Frenzy Band on. Interesting.
So maybe it's just been an unlucky digit roll, but Akuheish is in kill range again.
Oh, but you pull for
there's a heal for 250 damage, which gets you through 1 attack, and then you're going to get hit by lock again. And, LordBatsy, while we're not even paying attention, kills the most annoying mutant in the game. With apparently no trouble.
Just breezing on through it. Well, she's the one with the prism specs.
Yeah, but
correct?
You only have flare.
Yeah. I think you meant to say you only need flare.
Well, yes, but she's having to use the gold stuff, so no prism specs, but... Okay, well, interesting. So now Moon is in the fight, and Akuheish is about to start Lavos 2. We see the first boomerang, only one boomerang going to be coming out.
Cool.
And
next to Aki stopping to do some healing. Maybe some equipment changes.
Yeah, we're seeing Haste get dropped. This is a good fight for Haste. Because at this point, with 1 arm left, you get like 3 turns to get some stuff on before anything really bad happens. Eventually, it will start casting stop on your party members, but...
So if you don't have Status Protect at this point, you have to blitz this fight a little bit.
Yes. You have to get both arms down quick.
I missed some of the equipment changes on Aku. I don't know if you got some Status Protect finally, or what he did with Robo's accessory there. But
all right. Arm 2 is down for Moon. And we're about to have Obstacle come out for Lavos 2, which will also be luck. Obstacle is the same in every fight in the game.
Which is one of the reasons it's so important to get Status Protect in a vanilla randomizer run. And spoiler, you gotta know this.
Robo tripping over his own 2 golden feet.
Yep, and it looks like Robo had Status Protect on Moon's side.
Yep, he has the Vigil hat that he picked up. So Moon, spotting that Vigil hat in the spoiler log, I'm assuming, is gonna really pay off.
Yeah, it's a nice, easy pickup. It's a good piece of equipment, and that's Status Protect.
Oh, I'm just looking. Luca is down to boomerangs. Both arms down for Akuheish. Lavos 2 complete for Moonblizzard. Obstacle's going to lock up possibly both Ayla and Robo. Luca avoids it by having the... by being dead, technically.
The Lazarus strats.
He's contemplating dropping the Mega Elixir, I think.
You know, as long as you got one more for the final boss,
and he doesn't. He's only got the one.
Oh, that is a tough decision.
And so, there's also no other AoE healing available. The only AoE heal available is Robo, who is locked and can't cast heal.
There's just, the tables have been turned. Looks like we got a nice menu glitch on Moon's side, at least.
Yeah,
he's doing some quick pop here, healing everybody up.
Rithik's putting out what I thought I saw, but wasn't sure. No heals for Akuheish. That means no way to avoid lock if you get another obstacle. It is purely dependent on Luca flares and Robo punches. Or Ayla being killed and then revived, which technically will clear lock.
Well, I think that's why he avoided the heal, partially. It's because he wanted Robo and Ayla dead so he can revive him without it.
All right, and we're seeing ice tackles on the core for 5,000 damage. And a lucky target for the protective seal disable. It's not on Robo, which means the Vigil hat is still in play. As 1,000 AD is rolled and stop, or the chaos magic, whatever, song magic was about to be played, but Lava's core goes down. You have a chance to kind of set up. This is where your haste come out. We're going to see Robo tackles on that right bit. LordBatsy taking on the Elder Lavos spawn. 2 fights away from the end boss of Black Omen as Akuheish is getting ready to start Lavos 3. So, even if no one dies, and this is just a straight run from here on out, all the runners are going to be within like 3 minutes of each other at the end. And considering at one point I think LordBatsy was probably behind by like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, that's huge.
That goes to show you the benefit of going Black Omen when it's an option.
Yeah, it was an option. It took a little bit of extra time. Getting multiple gold studs is really nice. but it's hard to argue against hasted ice tackles.
Yeah, the damage is just pouring out on Moonblizzard's size. He's doing fine.
And it looks like we're just going straight for the kill. And there it is. Official. Well, the official final time is 1:44:02, which needs 5 minutes taken off of it for the spoiler read. So the actual run, 1:39:02.
That's wild, even with the spoilers, you know. These races still don't get done that, you know, too quickly.
And that's with having forgotten the ruby knife. And having to go back.
I had to go back, oh no.
Welcome here, welcome, congrats.
Welcome, Moon.
Oh my god, what was that? I had to go back all the way back. I had to go back, oh no. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to be last place today, oh no.
Yay. Welcome, Moon.
Yeah, it was real close there.
Yeah.
What was going through your head? How did you look up the ruby knife in the first 5 minutes?
Well, regarding the ruby knife, I knew it was a Denadoro. I had it noted down, but I was like, you know, like too many things going on at the same time, and I simply forgot to go there. I had everything set up. I mean, I would one-shot Masamune anyway, so it would be really quick, but I simply forgot about that. I was thinking about, maybe I should go get the prism specs in the northern rooms, maybe I should go do something, maybe I should go, you know, and then I was like, well.
And
that is
LordBatsy defeats the Elder Lava Spawn, but almost dies to the panels and would have had to refight Lavos.
Wow. So I am very curious to see, to know what the other runners decided to do, because I mean, a lot of options here.
Akuheish took basically the same route that you did.
Okay.
And LordBatsy decided that they wanted to go through Black Omen instead, so cleared out Hecarim to get the Chrono Trigger, and then picked up the clone at Son of Sun.
Oh,
no. Prism Shard into Chrono Trigger.
Okay.
And then clone at Son of Sun for Go mode.
Yeah, I for a moment, I mean, when I first read the spoiler log, I was like, I'm going Omen, I am getting Luca, you know, she have like player, really fast, like it was her fourth tech, I think.
Yeah, it's really interesting because when you went to go back to get the ruby knife, you picked up the ruby knife. Akuheish had just gone and started the fight against the golem, the first golem. Oh. LordBatsy was just getting go mode and starting the Death Peak climb. And so that's a good 5, 7, 8 minutes behind. And by the time y'all are both fighting Lavos, she's fighting the second mutant and is now a couple of minutes behind Akuheish. So, you know, clearing an extra 7 minutes in Black Omen.
So, I am curious to know if they decided to go for Robo with the Crisis Arm.
Yes, everyone has the Crisis Arm.
Okay. One issue I was thinking about Omen is that you would need a very high magic attack, and I mean Chrono, Marl, and Robo could not deliver that, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
And watching Akuheish's screen, Lavo's getting slappy, Ayla's down, Luca's at 50 HP, and Robo, is doing enough damage still.
So, reading the spoiler log, what did I miss? I mean,
I think the thing that saved you was the spoiler log, because I'm assuming you read the spoiler log and saw that's where the Vigil hat was?
Yes.
That saved you.
Yeah. That was, I saw, like, what is Ocean Palace north, I was like, oh, I think I know that one. And I was like, if I do hat, I need that because if I didn't buy any amulets, so I was like 0 status protection.
Yeah.
And I know, and I don't know if you noticed, I did a big mistake by selling all my accessories, and I couldn't remove the silver earring from Robo. So
Yeah, I noticed, and right now we're watching Akuheish. Ayla and Luca are both down. Grand Dreamstone's about to come out. And a 1-digit Robo Tackle praying for the kill.
Cool. And we got Batsy starting the Zeal 2 fight. So if Aku rolls a little low here, oh, there it is.
Yeah, there's the Grand Dreamstone and a reset. And Akuheish having to do the Lavos 2 fight again with no heals, which means not locking people out.
That's rough, buddy.
And we see Fire Tackle, nearly 10k damage.
wow.
With that was 8k, so 2 Fire Tackles and a triple kick to get to Halation?
That's the benefits of spoiler log races. Now, Moon, real quick, what made you? When did you decide that Chrono, Marl, Robo was going to be your team going into the end?
Well, yeah, this interesting question. I mean, I was pretty sure I was going to get the Gaze Key and climb to get Luca, and I mean, relying on Support Tree with Robo Tackle, Fire Tackle, and Ice Tackle, but Chrono was like, he was doing pretty good damage with the Kali Blade because I got a Kali Blade very early on in the desert, and I was like, well, I mean, he is helping a lot. He surely did a lot of work against the Guardian, the boss at the Airdome.
Yeah,
so,
the Guardian. Yeah, I was very sad when the Rocket Roll did 498 damage.
I was like, no. Oh, and I don't know if you notice, I tried to rely on Lifeline by using it against the golems and everything else.
Yeah, and
because I was kind of low level, I didn't grind too much. I stopped at 25, I think, because I felt like really behind by having to go back, and then I'm not grinding a lot. I'm just going to rely on Lifeline and see.
Yeah, and we just saw LordBatsy finish the Zeal 2 fight. Her final time, 1:45.42. Picking up second place, coming from 10 minutes behind to grab second and only be 6 minutes behind Moon.
With a Black Omen Go mode. That's awesome.
And so now we're back to Akuheish with his low health, no heals, gotta get through Lavos fight.
Oh.
As we're going to see Shadow Doomblade comes out. Ayla, I think, will survive at like 10 HP. Nope. Died by 10 HP. And only 3 revives left. So a revive on Ayla leaves 2 revives for the Lavos core fight, and needing a lot of damage. And Batsy is in for the interview. GG, Batsy.
Thank you.
Thank you for proving points wrong.
Yes, you proved me wrong. I thought no one was going to go through the Black Omen route today.
So I honestly just decided to do that because I just came in with, you know what, I'm just gonna have fun with this. The couple times I've practiced with spoiler seeds, it's actually been weirdly stressful. So I just routed in everything I like, and it worked out, I guess. And I happen to like Omen Go mode. I'm just stronger at it than I am at Lavos.
I saw like 2 gold studs drop in there, Prism specs for sale. I think there was still a Mega Elixir for sale. And Akuheish finishing up Lavos 2 again. Hopefully, Lavos will play a bit nicer on the third go-around here.
And I definitely agree with Batsy because it was really stressful starting out. I think I missed like 30 or 40 seconds because I was still reading the spoiler log and I was like, yeah, the race has started and I'm still here.
So
yeah, there were a couple times I was reading and not moving as well.
So having done a spoiler log race live now, what things did you look for in the spoiler log that you definitely think you should have looked for? And are there any things that you looked for in the spoiler log that you're like, you know, I could have better spent my time in the spoiler log somewhere else?
I mean, this time, I don't regret anything I did look for. I looked at tech order. I looked for good weapons for my physical characters. Luca's kind of whatever, but I did look for her. And I looked for certain treasure. I looked for speed tabs, but there wasn't any good place to farm speed tabs in this seed. So, I should have looked at... What I should have looked up is more of the sealed chest treasure and the sealed room treasure. Because I didn't know what I was getting going into those, I think. I should have looked at more stuff like that. And shops.
Yeah, one thing that I was hoping people would do is look at the early shops that we normally shop at, because one of the shops had all the items that you need to buy in one shop. So
clearly not one that I went to.
No, you had to make one stop to get your mid-tonics, ethers, heals, shelters. Yeah, Mia's put out Chora 600 AD had all the items.
Wow.
I only go to that shop if I can't find my stuff anywhere else, because it's just not in my loop.
Right.
So, all right.
But also, what I saw because I did the spoiler log check, I gave myself 5 minutes to look. I found all the items at the Millennial Fair. So all the items were in the fair inside 2 shops.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did notice that because I couldn't find heals, so I just hit Control F while I was playing and was scrolling through looking for heals, and Millennial Fair was the first one that came up. So
and Akuheish about to take a Dreamless attack.
Oof.
With only Robo left. Oh, all right. We revived Ayla at 50 HP. Robo's at 88 HP.
So who's got crisis arms?
Everyone. Everyone has crisis arms.
I figured, but wanted to know.
Oh no! Right as the Mega Elixir was selected, Dreamless comes in and wipes the party.
Actually, the crisis arm was part of why I thought maybe I could get away with Omen Go mode, because otherwise you wouldn't go through Hecarim Cave maybe just to get the Prism Shard. But I figured, okay, if the other 2 are going Lavos, I bet they're going in and getting that crisis arm at least. So if I'm doing all of Hecarim Cave, that's not that much more. That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah, the other 2 went in, got the crisis arm, and got out. And we were thinking, oh, look, LordBatsy's going to do the exact same thing. Nope. There goes someone fighting Hecarim.
Well, at that point, I had flare, so
right.
Not like
and I thought, well, maybe it's just the thought process that, you know, killing Hecarim might be faster with flare than walking out of the dungeon. And then it's like, oh, it's a Prism Shard. Wait, Marl's in the party. What are we doing?
I'm curious to ask LordBatsy about her route, because at first I actually wanted to do like Omen, Luca, get the gate key, go back, climb back to his nest, but I was feeling kind of confident with Chrono, Marl, and Robo with the Crisis Arm and early Lifeline.
Yeah.
And I changed my mind during the race, you know?
Oh, okay. My route was I did Cathedral. I finished it to get Ayla. Then I did Xenon Bridge for Pendant, Eris Dome for the Hero Medal, which got me the Gate Key, which I used to pick up Luca and get Magic. Then Hecarim Cave for Prism Shard, which led to the Chrono Trigger, and Son of Sun for the Clone. Yeah, I wrote it all down before I started, so that's why I can
I should have done that. I was like all over the place, and I'm like, where's my text?
Now we're seeing Akuheish try Lavos 2 again. Ayla just went down. Luca was at 60 HP. I think the hope was that Obstacle would kill her so that she'd be free from lock. Because now Luca's basically useless.
I don't know if you all agree about the 5 minutes. I think it was like too little. It was not enough, at least for me. I was like still reading and planning out my route and key items and party members. I didn't even look at the items. I was like, oh man, no, we need to start. Maybe a little bit more, or maybe it was the first time and we are not used to doing this.
That's my thoughts. I think the 5 minutes is enough to get your main route in, and then it's how comfortable are you like doing log searches while doing your run. So like, oh, there's going to be a cutscene here. I can look for like 2 items.
Yeah, I definitely was taking advantage of that. Yeah, I'm still undecided about the 5 minutes. It was a little easier this time than the first time I did it, where I was just crazy all over the place.
I do think it benefits you if you go in with a plan of what you want to look for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things I had noted down to look at the spoiler log was like Crisis Arm, Prism Specs. So there was a Prism Specs available at the Northern Ruins, but I think that would take way too much time for that to be of any use.
Yeah, I saw that too. I think it was too deep in to just like run in and get it.
Yeah, because isn't it in the sealed chest, and so you'd have to like do 2 repairs to get it?
Possibly 3 for the sealed chest, counting the first free one.
Right. So I mean that takes a while. I didn't look. Where was the Robo Ribbon? I don't.
You know, I kept thinking, should I look for the Robo Ribbon? Because I didn't even check. It was,
it's the Melchior key item.
Melchior, yeah. I tried to search for that during the race, and I was like, no, we're not getting that.
And the Moonstone was in Giant's Claw, and Thomas Pop was in Genodome. So,
that's a long chain to get that.
No Sunshades available. Gold Earring also was in like Magus Castle, Genodome, and Northern Ruins, and I was like, no.
Yeah. No, when I did my fake routing to prep for this, I was like, all right, I look for the routes, which is basically the route that Akuheish and Moon followed. And I said, character-wise, maybe we see someone run, like, I thought we might see all-girl team, or maybe we see, like, Chrono Robo Luca.
You were not expecting Chrono, Marl, and Robo?
No, I expected anyone who went Chrono, Marl, Robo would go pick up Luca on Dactyl Nest.
I think that... I mean, had I not been determined to put myself through Omen for the fun of it, I might have skipped Luca, but... Yeah, I mean, I think Chrono, Marl, Robo is a pretty good team, honestly. Like, Marl is fairly weak, but I think those are 2 of the best characters you could pair her with other than Luca, so I think that's fairly solid.
Yeah, and Mian points out Lifeline was really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That was great play.
You used triple text, too.
Yeah, Moon popped Lifeline twice against the Golem Twins.
Hey.
Yeah.
But it worked.
I got to use Twister once, because before I picked up Luca, I had Chrono, so that was exciting.
Nice. Yeah, I was like, I'm not grinding too much. I'm going to be kind of low-leveled for the fights, and I was like, well, we have Lifeline, so why not? I mean, I didn't have any thing planned out for golems. I'm like, I'm only going to survive and do ice tackles and see what we have.
Yeah, and the ice tackles were wrecking face.
Yeah, about the Tyranno fight, I mean, that was like amazing. I waited for the 9 and I'm like, go 9!
And I see we have Akuheish has forfeited after Lavo's Core just decides, nope,
Oh.
you don't get to play this game today.
Lavo's gonna
Yeah.
love us today.
Yeah, like the first time I went in there was one little misclick
Oh.
where I targeted left bit instead of right bit.
Oh.
Oof.
And
Yeah.
it's all because Lavos revived middle bit and it changed the target.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
So, having got to go through the spoiler logs, Akuheish, what things would you have looked for the spoiler log that maybe you didn't look for this time, if anything?
Well, I looked at how to get all 3 different go modes. This was the quickest and easiest one of the 3. Then I looked for Crisis Arm, going with Robo.
That seems to be a common theme.
And I got that Crisis Arm from
Yeah.
that sealed chest.
So did everyone else.
Okay.
Now, the difference, LordBatsy actually did go through Black Omen.
I like Omen, so I just figured I'd try it. I knew the routing was a little bit longer than the Lavos route, but it wasn't awfully longer. So I figured, we'll see.
Yeah, it should not have been that much longer.
No. I was saying. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go on.
Oh no, I had told them before. I actually figured maybe I could get away with that route because the big extra check for the Black Omen route was Hecron Cave, but with the Crisis Arm in there, I figured you guys would be going in as well, even on the other go mode. So I was like, let's try it.
So do you think you lost a significant amount of time during the route in any phase?
You're back?
In terms of, because I actually forgot to go back and do the Nadoru Mountains, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be like, I had to go back. I started the Ocean Palace hallway, and I was like, no, you don't have the ruby knife, you can't enter this place.
Oh no.
Oh no, and I had to go back. And I felt so bad.
Ugh. I think everyone's forgotten the ruby knife at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I routed Ruby Knife after getting Crisis Arm.
Yeah, I think that's where I would have gotten it had I gone that way. I was still like thinking about it up through until I got the hero medal and gate key, and at that point I was like, gotta commit. So I went and bought my red vests for Son of Sun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Truce Market and 1,000 had them, so I saved Fritz and got the mid-ethers and my vests, and yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I did not look at the shops in the spoiler log at all.
Yeah, I didn't until we started.
I think this spoiler log race makes us want to search for everything, like, oh, well, how can I optimize this? How can I optimize that? Where's this? Where's that? And then like you want to search everything, and they're like, but you don't have time. You have to go and play. And I was like,
yeah, it's definitely really interesting. It really throws off, I don't know, just like the way you plan, even though you have all of the information for the seed at your fingertips. The planning is so different that it adds a little bit of difficulty in some respects. So it's really interesting that way.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting if this mode catches on and gets played a whole lot, how it's going to be different. Like, you can plan out your routes through either Black Tyranno or Death's Peak. You have a 2-minute cutscene for both of them. Use that to look up what chests are important in Ocean Palace or Black Omen, so you know which ones you can skip.
Well, yeah, that's some very deep knowledge about the sea to optimize even the small item chests.
Yeah. No, I think there's a lot of interest there. So I hope that everyone in the chat enjoyed the spoiler race. Mian has pointed out for us the other Go modes, Magus Go mode, Xenon Bridge, Eris, Reptite, and Mount Woe to get the required parts of the sword.
Yeah, I looked at Mount Woe and said no.
Yeah. Who won? Chat's asking who won. Moon got the first place time, 139. Batsy got second with 145, and Akuheish got Lavost.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that stresses out more in this type of race that everyone has access to the spoiler log, like they all know the optimal route as well. And if you do some like mistakes here and there, like, oh no, maybe this is going to put me far behind. It's kind of stressful sometimes.
Yeah, it's true, because I mean, you can't actually sit there and read the whole thing, so you don't necessarily know what you're missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the same thing with any other rando too. Everyone has it. It's just execution and routing after, like, through the whole thing.
Yeah, definitely.
So, any last thoughts before we close it out tonight from the runners?
I mean, GG, both Moon and Aku, and thanks for the race. And thanks everyone on crew, as always. For sure.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Thank you. Had a lot of fun today. I mean, this was kind of stressful sometimes, but really fun as well. GG's everyone. GG, LordBatsy and Akuheish. Thank you for the race and the moment.
My heart is still pounding from nearly wiping to those panels right before Big Zeal. Oh my god, it was really close. It was so bad. But I
will watch that. I will watch that.
All right. Well,
have a great week, everyone.
I think that's going to wrap it up for us. Pyro, thanks for commentating with us today. Good job on your first commentary.
Thank you.
And Mian, thank you for doing the tracking and the seed generating and keeping up with all the extra bells and whistles. Hope everyone's had a good night. Links to our Discord have just been thrown in the chat. If you want to come play with us, click on the link, come to the Discord. We will teach you everything. We like to teach people, so come say hi.
Absolutely. We've got a wiki too, which someone can link in the chat. It's not really finished, but we've still got a pretty good amount of info on there.
Got a bot command for that too.
Awesome.
Nice.
I forgot about that one. Yes, we have a wiki under construction, as it says.
Yes.
So again, thank you everyone for coming out. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll have a race next week, most likely. Unsure yet if it will be here or on Speed Gaming, but either way, there will be some sort of race most likely next Sunday. Hope you all come watch it. And until then, may all your runs be fast. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.